careful of the pictures you keep on your own home computer. Somebody might be watching. We're talking about a man accused of using malicious software to hack into computers belonging to at least 186 women and more than 40 young girls. The FBI telling us he stole their risque photos, then blackmailed them to make more pornography for himself. Let's talk about this case and how maybe you can protect your own computer. Nigam is the founder of the online safety consulting firm SSP Blue and a former federal prosecutor. Good to see you today. So these women had some naked, sexy photos on their personal computers. What did this guy do?
Well, this is actually a case of what I call a case about digital rape in the 21st century. This guy went into the most personal sanctums of women and girls, and there were over 230 of them, without ever opening the front door. This is almost like somebody broke into your front door, tied you up, held you hostage, put a gun to your head, and made you do all sorts of things that would be tragic for the rest of your life. This is pretty scary, and frankly, if he did this, the feds and the locals need to throw the book at him.
All right, let's tell everybody a little bit of what these women were dealing with. We know all of this because of a 2-year-long FBI investigation that led to the arrest of Luis Mijangos, a paraplegic Mexican national living in Santa Ana, California. He would send emails like this. You have 3 kids and a psycho ex, but I don't care. If you don't want these pics and the rest of what I have from you to be published, this is what I want. A porn video of you, and you can blur your face. If I don't get the video in a day, I will publish these images and let your family know about your dark side as a hooker. This is unbelievable. How do we protect ourselves from someone gaining access to our personal computer?
Right, that's the unfortunate part of this. Part of this case is that many of these things could have been stopped. So first, let's look at the physical world. When you take pictures of yourself, especially with the Polaroid days, you would print them and you would hide them somewhere. So even if somebody came in your front door, they wouldn't be able to find them. So on your laptop, if you're going to take digital pictures, ask yourself, do you really want it on your laptop? Because if somebody breaks into that laptop, they can see it. And second, oftentimes the photos automatically end up in the digital section of your on your laptop that's marked pictures, and inside the pictures you create a personal photos folder. It makes it rather obvious. It makes it obvious for a hacker to find it. So don't do that. And then third, this guy was also watching you through a webcam. Shut your laptop cover when you're not using it. And then finally, one of the most important things you can do if you still want to keep your photos in your laptop is run antivirus software. And when an update comes, don't hit remind me later. That's like leaving the front door open and saying, come in and do what you will. And that's unfortunately and tragically what happened in this case.
Well, we all do this, though, the remind me later, because it just saves you time.
It does, but it also can be painful.
You liken this to digital rape. You say don't put those pictures on your computer. Why do you think that this is maybe a window into the world of the future? That's what you started with.
Well, it is because people are treating their physical world and the online world very much the same. And because of that, what you have to do when you're at home is think of this question: would I do this in the real world? And if the answer is no, then 99.9% of the time you don't want to do it in the online world. So protect yourself in the same way you do every single day, honestly, without even thinking about it.
Wow.
And it can go a long way in living in the digital world without becoming a victim of serious crime like this one.
A huge question we have to ask ourselves: would you do this in the real world? If the answer is no, don't do it. Nigam, thank you very much for joining us on this.
Okay. Thanks for having me here.
Sure.
Just as World Cup fever is sweeping